All right. Good day, everyone. Sorry, I had to set something up there for a moment. Oh, and I got my Twitch open and forgot about it. There we go. I had an issue with my multi-chat thing. It disappeared and I didn't know how to bring it back up, but we're good now. Anyway, we're going to be continuing on today with my Olympus playthrough. So, yesterday, or last time I was on, we got to level 10. So we were able to start tier 2. My goal for today, I don't really have like a full term goal, but I do have a few objectives I want to complete. First of all, I want to get to level 15, because once we get to level 15, sorry, just opening a can here, having some dinner. Never really had time to eat. Anyway, once we get to level 15, I'll unlock the rest of tier 2, which, oh, I gotta switch back to this. There we go. See, so I need to get to, well, aside from this stuff, but the majority of it, I think, is at level 15 in tier 2. Yeah, level 15 allows us to unlock the masonry bench. This is the main thing, because this will allow me to start making stone structures, which is kind of the first big thing that I need to do. So, I believe it was 2 wolves. Yeah, I got these 2 guys. We got a male, and we got a female, so that's perfect. What's their stats? This one has decent reflex and good health. Ambitious. Just makes them gain experience faster. Is What do you got? You got... Oh, you're a little bit more well-rounded. But you got the Brave skill. Brave is really good. Brave is one of the best. Brave and Alpha are like the 2 best. At least for combat pals. Or combat guys. I also want to unlock the saddle, so I can ride this guy around. Let me see, is there anything else in here? I haven't made that yet, have I? Oh, I did. Oh yeah, I forgot I got this last time, the new oxygen tank. So that's a 6.5 liter. Or is this only 1 liter? So this is 6.5 times more air in that canister than I'll find on this oxygen bladder. I also purchased this canteen before I got off last time, so that'll really help. There were a couple of workshop items that I had. Now, we've got a lot of materials and nothing to really do with them. I don't really have... I know to start stone I'm going to need a lot of iron, so perhaps today that's what I will focus on is... I'm going to go and repair this. I think you can only repair it in an anvil, but I'm going to need to have iron in there. There we go. Now, what I'm just going to do very quickly here is I'm going to go back over to my Google page here. And I can close that one, open this up. We want to get the map up because it's just easier to find where the caves are. Olympus, I got it set to the wrong one. There we go. Close that, close that, close that. I just need to know where the caves are. Okay. Well, this map's a lot bigger than I remember it being, damn. So this. Oh, this must be for mission stuff. Yeah, let's turn those off too. Don't care about those. I only care about cave locations. Okay, so we've been to that cave. I believe we got most everything in that cave too, so... Yeah, the caves are a bit more spread out on this map. Okay. I'm trying to think about what's the best course of action. Should we take our forges to the cave or not? See, we don't really have... What bag do I have? Okay, I do have the ores backpack at least. I was smart enough to do that. I'm gonna make a second iron pickaxe. Because they don't have very good durability. What else was it I needed? Was it leather? Oops. Yeah, it was leather. Okay. They don't have very good durability. So this way, by having 2 at least, if it breaks on me before I have to come back, I can just use my backup pickaxe. There we go. Can't really do much else with it right now. I'm gonna take... I believe I'll leave the animals here. think I'm just gonna go on my own. I'm gonna go check out that other cave first, just to make sure that I didn't leave anything behind there. Probably just switch back. There we go. Eventually you're gonna pop out, I know you are. Eventually you get more of these too. I don't know if it was just on Stikes, but I felt like on Stikes, like after I went through a cave and came back to it, there was like way more worms in it. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way, or maybe that's just normal to have more worms in general on Stikes. Don't know. What's this? This is platinum. We can't mine that. That's titanium, yep. That is iron, however, it's kind of in a weird spot. You can kind of mine it like this, or there is another way and I didn't anticipate it. I'm just going to do it the hard way. Alright, I think that's all I can do. Normally what I would do to get this, and I didn't think about it this time, would bring a couple of ramps with you. Bring a couple of like wooden or thatch ramps with you. You can use them just as scaffolding to get up to the places where you can't normally reach, like this. The way to kind of get up there is to jump in and crouch. There's a little secret thing about crouching in this game. If you're crouching, you can kind of feel like it sticks you onto stuff. Like if I go up on this aluminum rock and I try to crouch, oops, it won't let me. Okay, well that's a bad example. But basically, it won't let you fall if you go near an edge. Like it's like in Minecraft, where if you're crouching and you go near a ledge, you don't fall because it won't let you. Well, it's kind of the same concept here. So you can use it to like kind of cheekily, like you could use it to get down cliffs. If you just kind of slide down, as soon as you start sliding, put yourself in shift mode, and as soon as you find a piece of land that you can't stand on, it'll just lock you in. You won't, because you'll gain momentum otherwise, and just keep sliding down. Turn off the torch. I don't want that to run out. Alright, so the next cave location, I believe there's one here. Oh, and there's one there. I just didn't see it at first because of that. There we go. That one's a bit closer, but that one's a bit of a smaller cave. You know what? Let's go to this one. Now, I should mention that for the most part, you should be safe in all these, in this like kind of beginner forest area. But as you go, say from this cliff line this way, you can start to encounter bears and stuff, which are really tough to deal with in the early game, but they're quite rare and easy to avoid. You'll usually hear them long before you see them, and as long as you just avoid them, it should be fine. But they can spawn in pretty much from this area onward. Now, where's the cave entrance to right here? Let's see. I think it might be down this way a little further. You see? Yeah, I think it is. It's down here, I think, just around that corner. I've had a lot of bears spawn specifically, like, right here. Around that little mountain range, or that little cliff range. But they can, I've seen them spawn kind of in this area in general. Here it is here. So this is a relatively big cave. Alright, I don't need you up anymore. I can switch back to this. Alright, we're good. Okay. And this should give us a lot of XP. You get a lot of XP from mining, and I'm going to need the iron and stuff anyway. I'm hoping to... I'm not really going to build in that area long term. I might just upgrade the little base that I got now into stone and maybe put an expansion onto it. We'll see how it goes. But it's not where I plan on living. I have an ultimate goal in mind for where I want to build to, where I want to be. like to leave myself with enough room in these so you don't get snagged on the way in or out. Make sure I trim away enough. Stick out one more there. Try that. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. Oh, I know this cave. Okay, yes, this cave's a bit bigger. Most of the caves look the same. You know, even though there's a shit ton of caves, they save the same, like, 2 or 3 kind of layouts. So once you learn the first couple, you'll know them all then pretty much. Oh, strange, you didn't show up earlier. Should be one right here. Yeah, there he is. Oh. What's this other one too? Oh, that's just a new one. I haven't seen him show up there before. Get most of my arrows back. That's why the bone ones are good. Yes, this cave's gonna have a lot of resources in it. I'm gonna need to build scaffolding though, because a lot of them are gonna be hard to get to. Alright, there should be one last worm right here. Oh, they spawn in different spots here. They usually go right there. Yeah, so I guess they do have different spots here in Olympus. This is a deep ore node, so later on in the game you'll be able to get these like automatic mining drills that you can set up on these. And they act like basically infinite node sources, but you can just keep mining copper from that as long as it's, you know, powered and you check it regularly. You want to be careful of these guys, because if they hit you with that spit, it's poisonous, and at this stage in the game, the poison will wreck you. Alright, well now we're going to start. The only thing we can really mine from here anyway is the iron and the copper right now. And a little bit of coal that we might find down here. Though there is a lot of other stuff in here though. Can we mine gold? Okay, so we can mine gold too. My little chat window's working. Let me just double check on Twitch. See if it's still working. I closed it yesterday by accident, and then I didn't know how to bring it back up because it was like a stream elements like different one. I'm just gonna do a little test to myself. Oh, it works. Okay, we're good. Right, we're fine. As you can see, you get a decent amount of XP just from mining. And you're going to be mining a lot because you're going to need near infinite amounts of resources. I don't know if I need that gold necessarily. Can always come back for it when I do need it. Right now it doesn't really have a purpose. Gold comes in a little bit later on in Tier 3 when you unlock the ability to make like electronics and stuff. Or it's more so Tier 4, so I didn't really use a whole lot in Tier 3. You need it for some stuff, but the bulk of its use comes from Tier 4. It's used for electronics. It's also used in a lot of recipes for the mortar and pestle. There we go, look at that. Level up already. Level 14, we got one more level to go. Okay, let's I got the frickin' pneumonia. That's one thing I can't wait. There's a augment that eventually I'll be able to get for my helmet and stuff that like really helps with cave sickness. But we can't get it yet. The only other way to get rid of this is you need to make some sort of antibiotic. I can't remember what the earliest version of that is. Like, as you go up through the tiers, just in general, everything kind of gets like different variants. So like, the easiest way to kind of explain this, you got the crafting bench, which is the tier 2 one. If we go to tier 3, you'll see it upgrades into the machining bench, which then allows you to make all the tier 3 stuff, but they're all just different variants of it. So like, these are the tier 1, well, technically tier 3, but they're the first tier of tool upgrades that you can get. If we go in tier 4, these are the tier 2 ones located in tier 4. So like, most things are just direct upgrades. And like the same thing with our oxygen thing is, we had the oxidizer. Then in tier 2, instead of that, you can replace it with the oxidite dissolver, or the oxite dissolver. And then in tier 3, there is, I believe, a biofuel version. Yeah, biofuel oxide dissolver. So just general upgrades, and they keep going up through. But we'll worry about that when we get to them. So like I said, the first thing we got to do is get to tier 2. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to make an iron hammer. Actually, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hold off till next level before I spend the rest. Except for the talent points. Those I will spend now. So I've been focusing mainly on the hunting tree, and I think I just want to finish one tree at a time. So I don't care about ghillie. I don't care about Arctic armor. Actually, Arctic armor might be alright. But I was going to go yield from butchering animals. That's just a generic increase to your health. I want to get all those, and then I think I'm going to go down the cooking tree probably next. No, it's hard to say because there's so many perks that are really good, and I can't decide which ones I want to have over others. I do want to make this character a little bit more combat focused, so we're going to give him like better stats, you know, stamina and health in general, and I think I'm going to level him up in primarily guns. However, I have discovered there is a weapon that I want to use that seems really cool, and it's a melee weapon, but it doesn't really scale off of anything other than your generic skills. So it doesn't scale off of any of your combat spears because it doesn't fall in any of these combat weapons. But it will scale off of like anything else, like if you had one here that just gives you like generic ones, it will. It just doesn't count for combat perks. So I think it'll be a good one because I can then just spec everything into guns and still have a reliable melee weapon. It's a workshop item, so it's a long way away, so I wouldn't really worry about it for now. God damn it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one solo point. What do we want to get next? Let's see, we got the movement speed, we got the stamina and the stamina regen. I'm thinking either physical resistance or increased base health, but I think I'll start with base health probably. Sounds like a good trade-off to me. God, that debuff's so bad. Oh. I dropped something on that. Alright, we're good. God, it's so bad having pneumonia. I will eventually go away on its own, like once I leave the cave. The debuff will just start... Actually, I think it's already ticking down. I call it pneumonia, but it's called cave sickness. But that's what it gives you there. There's no way to really get rid of it right now other than through making medicine to get rid of it. Or just waiting for it to wear off. What's this one? Oh, that's iron. That's sick. I don't remember what the other one was now, but that one's iron. Iron and copper, you kind of want to, when you get to the stage to where you can start mining that stuff, which I believe the first stage you can start that is actually tier 3, because you start with biofuel extractors. I think it's tier 3. You kind of want to go in like an order, like around then you'll be starting to use iron and copper heavily, so it'll be really nice to have iron and copper for those tiers, and I usually try to find a titanium one because it's usually around that tier there where I'll be trying to move into new tools, and I usually skip over all the other tiers of tools because they're all kind of just meh, and I go straight into titanium in tier 4. I'll usually go to steel, and then once I get to steel, oh, I'm about to be encumbered, so we'll just leave that one. Actually, I'm already over encumbered. But I'll usually go to steel, and then just leave it at steel until I get to titanium, and not bother to go, because there's like 2 or 3 tiers in between that are kind of just like marginal increases. That's just how I do it. And that way you can save blueprint points for stuff, because like you can keep getting blueprint points, but it takes a while. So you'll be able to get to blueprints that you want quicker. And it's going to be a little bit of a trek to get back to base here. Sweet. Grab what I can on the way back. Uh-oh. Oh, that's like the worst storm that could happen now, too. Alright. We're gonna have to book it. We probably won't make it home in time, but we'll probably live. I'm more worried about the house getting damaged in the storm. Ah, shit, it's already started. Doesn't look that bad out. You can kind of track it up in the top right hand corner in case that wasn't obvious to see originally, but up in the top right hand corner you can see like kind of progression. The red is like the worst parts, and it shows you like when it kind of gives you a general visual on where the storm is too. And you can see over the next couple of days it's predicted to be nice. And we're very careful with lightning storms in particular because that can happen. Lightning strikes the trees and stuff. Now, unfortunately, there's not really much you can do. I mean, you can go up and try to combat that. I personally hate it when the fire starts burning down the forest and stuff because I don't like the forest looking so barren. So I usually try to do what I can to stop it, but there's not really much we can do. Best we can do now is run up there and just try to like remove all the shrubs and stuff to try to prevent the fire from spreading as quick. But it's pretty much not going to stop it that much. The best way to do it is later on you can get some technologies that'll make it a bit easier for you to do that stuff. Like you can get like a fire extinguisher, you can get water bombs, stuff like that. Hey, you can see the base is taking damage. And so am I. If I can get inside now, I'll be okay. I hope I'll be okay. Just get inside first. Oh yeah, we're okay. Do I have a hammer? That's broken, but yes I do. Alright. That one's only lightly damaged. No damage, no damage, no damage. These ones, I think, the lower level ones were relatively fine. It's the upstairs ones that are going to take the brunt of the damage. These these walkways and stuff will do. That's why you want to get stone. If you had all this made out of stone, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Stone doesn't get damaged at all by any of these storms. At least not in this area. The forests are pretty tame on Olympus. There we go. Oh wow, the wolves took that pretty well. How much damage did you take? Oh, not a lot actually. You did pretty good. Nice. Not bad for only 1 point or 1 point in health, really. Which button is it? This one. There we go. Got it. Got it. Take all. I wish these guys would harvest for you. That'd be kind of cool. And you want to clear up these bodies. You see that little... It's not showing on this one now, but... Whenever you kill a body, you'll see that there'll be a little symbol next to it. What that symbol means is that it attracts predators. So like bodies and stuff, when you kill creatures, like I can demonstrate here, see that little modifier? That means that it attracts predators. So if I were to leave this body down, probably a bunch of wolves and stuff would show up. Alright, well, back to repairing this. Oh, this one took a lot of damage. Oh, my staircase took damage too. This walkway took a bit. Most of the walkways now are fine. It's just this guy. This is why we kind of want to get out of stone. Once we make this out of stone, you want to make at least the exterior out of stone. Oh, that's where I want to go. There you go. You want to make at least the exterior, because that'll protect the interior. Like, if you just had stone on the outside of your base, you could build the insides and stuff all out of wood and it'd be fine. Oh man, I think that might be it now. I gotta go check out the stable a little bit too. Once I get the stone, I won't have to worry about this so much. So I'll just upgrade these then. I don't think any of these got damaged. They're counted as an inside structure. They shouldn't. Okay, so let's just check out the stable here. Ramps are okay. Railings don't usually get damaged. They have a little bit better resistances. Oh yeah, the ceilings got damaged bad. That one's pretty good. What about this back one here? This one took a bit of damage. That one took a little tiny bit. I'd like to today too do our first mission. I think we'll just do a generic mission. We're not gonna worry about doing the hunt or anything today. I think we should wait a little bit on those because they tend to be a bit... I've only done one, but from what I've seen, they tend to be a bit more difficult to do in general. So we've got these. These are the hunts, like I was talking about here. The only one we can hunt here is the unstable quarite. I've already kind of done the gargantuan. At least I've started it. I've done, I think, the first quest. The really cool thing about doing these guys, though, is that by doing these quests, it actually permanently changes your world. So, like, you'll have new spawns, new areas will pop up and stuff like that permanently for the rest of your game. So they're kind of cool in that regard. So the first one we got here is this quest. Which is most likely, I think this guy most likely takes place in the desert. I think all of his quests are pretty much in the desert. But we're not really prepared for that mission. So I think we're going to start instead. We can either do a simple quest, bang out a couple of these. These don't really give you anything. They're literally just quests that give you a bit of ren, sometimes a bit of quest gear. But the main ones you want to do are these operations. These are good. So I've already got the first one complete. Well, actually, you can't do it in open world because that's essentially what this one would be. If you were to go into the operations world and do this quest, it's essentially they send you down here for 7 hours to just kind of have an open world experience so you can kind of learn the game. Your first real quest would probably be either this one or this one. So I think this one here.
I don't know if you're ready for this one.
Yeah, this one is actually fairly easy. We should be able to do this one really easily, but I'm not going to do it right yet. I want to wait until, actually, I just thought about one thing I do want to buy. What have I got, 2 points? Okay. We want the basic riding set. Oh, I already got it unlocked. Okay. I didn't realize that I had it unlocked. Alright, but also, I want to unlock Mortar and Pestle. You're going to need that. Herbalism's bench, yeah. Definitely going to need that. Because it's a little while before we can actually replace that. Okay, now I need to eat something. I need to get some food. Wait, do I have... Yeah, it's easy just to make dried meat right now. That's usually what I rely on. Dried stringy meat is actually really good. I didn't realize that it gives you that melee attack boost. It's pretty good. Alright, so let's see what we need to make the saddle for you, because that'll be incredibly useful. Oh yeah, I forgot we had a second one. It's always got good adaptation, so good environmental resistance. Other than that, he's kind of meh. Alright, let's see. What do I need for a saddle? I just need a bit of rope. That should be easy. Do I have any rope already made? No, I do not. Okay, we can make a couple. We'll make 4, because I'll put a saddle in each of them. Now, I have 2 rope recipes. You can make it either out of rope, or you can make it out of spider silk, which you can't get spider silk on this map. But there is another way, through the textiles bench, if you have like a certain perk that allows you to make it out of leather. Alright, big guy. Let's, oh yeah, I gotta craft the saddles first, duh. Well, we'll get 1 made anyway. Give me that. Alright. You stay. We'll take you out, but we need to feed you first because it looks like you're hungry. If they're hungry and stuff, they move really slowly, so it's kind of beneficial to you to feed them. I have to get some food for you. And the good thing is, they eat anything. I'm pretty sure every single creature right now are just classified as omnivores. They haven't really given them like a nutrition system yet. Pumpkins are really good. These fulfill quite a bit of hunger in tames. You just give them a whole pumpkin. I'll do it. Yeah. I should probably drop the rest of that off because I'll go get the rest of that stone and stuff that I need. Do I have any room around here? Not a whole lot. I'll throw it in the cooking station now. Or put it somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Oh, and we got 100 bone here that can kind of go away. And I'm going to take some of this iron, come over here and use it to repair that. We need to repair this as well. Anvil, forge, or foundry. And it requires bone. Okay, we'll have to do it at the anvil then. I just gotta grab a bit of bone. There we go. Okay. Now we'll head back to that cave. Oh, before I do that though, I'm gonna grab, I don't have any made, do I? Nope, but all I need to make it is a bit of wood, fiber. I don't remember what else goes into it. Well, that's it. So you just need to make like 2 or 3 of these. I'll make 3. There you go. Put it there. Alright, and now we have a ride. This guy becomes pretty fast eventually. You just keep leveling them up. I think for these guys, I'm just going to make them like... I'm going to focus them towards just being travel mounts. So I'll give them like all the speed, stamina, and carry weight that I can give them. I'm not worried so much about combat with these guys. I might give them some health and armor just so they have something. But that'll come later in the tree. I'm going to focus on the movement ones first. In terms of the mounts, there's different ones. The horse is likely the first one you're going to encounter. And it's kind of the jack of all trades mount. It has the best balance of stats. Yeah, it's back this way. I gotta go. Relatively fast, has a decent amount of stamina. You know, they do more damage than than the Moa and stuff like that. So they're just kind of the in-betweener. They're pretty good. Moa is the fastest. That's the one you want for traveling. And then the Bison, which is the only 3 that are available on this map in terms of tames, I believe. For rideable creatures, anyway. And the Buffalo is more so, or not Bison, Buffalo is what it is. The Buffalo is meant more so for carrying stuff. Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. I refuse to believe that you're not going to spawn back in at some point here. But they haven't yet. Usually they would have been respawned by now. Well, we'll have to keep an ear out. Yeah, so you basically can just go like... As long as it's actually anchored into something, it'll be fine. You just gotta be careful you don't place it like in open air. It's gotta be attached to something. Alright, so we got one up there, so whoop. Like I said, as long as it's attached to something. There you go. Seen some pretty crazy stuff for early game that you can do, like with the stringy meat. If you make different variants that count as different foods, so you can have like regular cooked stringy meat, and then you can have like a dried stringy meat, and then I think there's like a cured version, but like each one counts as a different type of food. But for the most part, they give you the same buff, so you can just keep stacking melee speed and just come in here and mine super fast. So each one gives you like a 15% boost or something. That's titanium. That's iron there. Okay. Said I'll come back and get all the rest of this when I can get it. You can't mine it until at least steel, which will be the next tier I'll be working towards as soon as we level up here and can move on. We can, as soon as we level up, we'll get the rest of tier 2 unlocked, and I believe then we can even start getting stuff in tier 3. Come on. I get cave sickness already. God, it comes on so fast. The only way to really prevent that is to A, like I said, use medication to mitigate it, or to use like a dehumidifier, which is something you can unlock later on in the game, that when powered and placed in a cave, it removes the cave sickness buff altogether, or debuff rather, but it requires like you to build it and then power it and stuff. But there are various other ways through like attachments and stuff. Like once you get the alterations bench, you can put upgrades and stuff in your armor that kind of make it easier to mitigate it. Like I have one that I always put in my helmet for mining that reduces the chances of you getting it by like 30%. So that once you get that, it's very rare to get cave sickness. Alright, that's titanium. No, that's platinum, actually. Oh, so it's iron and copper in this cave. That's nice. The two main ones. I'll remember that, but I more than likely won't need it, because where I'm going to, there's a lot of deep ore veins. I'm hoping we'll just find duplicates down there. There we go. That's coal up there. May as well grab it. Kind of want it. There we go. Now you can see why you need the ramps, but they're perfect for this. It's iron here. Yeah, man. There we go. That's titanium. Missed my titanium pickaxe. Got it. No, sometimes when it does that, you see it still snaps. If you hit the end key, it resets that. We're about to be encumbered, but that's fine, because I'm going to put some in the horse. There's a little trick, actually, you can use to it. You can have as much inventory on you as like, it doesn't matter if you're encumbered. Your weight doesn't get calculated in the horse's weight. So when you're riding the horse, your weight does not affect the horse. So you can essentially carry pretty much as you can carry in your inventory on the mount, because your weight won't count. There we go. So we're level 15 now. See, and I knew that was going to happen, and that's why I made a second one. Nothing else up here, is there? No, okay. There we go. Give me that back. I do want to get that coal up there, though. My stamina regeneration is really good. I just don't have any stamina because of cave sickness. There's an ore over there, but I can't tell what it is right now. So I'm not worried about missing one or two pieces. I'm gonna come back here and mine the rest of it anyway, so I'll just grab it then. Just want to grab as much of this as I can once, because now that we have stone unlocked, we're going to need a lot of iron. Because the stone structures require iron nails to be crafted. So you're going to need quite a bit of iron. I think at first I'll upgrade the base I currently got into stone. Maybe make some slight alterations to it. And then I'm just going to start making a crap ton of stone structures to take with us, because I don't plan on living in this base. I have a place picked out, like I said, that I want to live in. That's kind of outside the beaten path from here. Why have I got no stamina? What the hell's going on? Oh, I also got frostbite. What the fuck? Or not frostbite, but I'm cold. Oh, it's because I'm wet. Oh, once that wet debuff goes away in about 6 seconds, I think we'll be okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's iron up there like that. There we go. There's one up there too. Yeah, these ramps are god tier. I mean, another way you could do it too is by placing a ceiling below it with a ladder on it and climbing up to it. But I mean, these ramps seem to be working just fine, so that's all I typically use. Whenever you do a cave, just take in 2 or 3 of these ramps and you'll be fine. You can pretty well get any ores you need using these ramps. I haven't had any trouble with them. There are some bigger caves that you can find later on. Like, there's a few special caves that are designed differently than these basic layout caves. That might be different, but I'd still say you'd be fine. Bring in just a couple of ramps. You could probably make those work. Where's my inventory? Okay. Just gonna keep going. Cave sickness be damned. I'm getting this iron. Thou shalt not stop me. Give me my iron. I want my delicious iron. I'll still be moving into steel. So we got copper, copper, iron. Okay, we may as well just go for that, I guess. Damn it, I'm wet again. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, while we're doing that, we'll take a look in here. Oh, this is tier 3. Oh, that is tier 2. Yeah, some of it unlocks at tier 20, so steel doesn't unlock until tier 20. But masonry bench. And then we want stone building set, advanced. Now we can craft everything to do with stone. Carpentry bench allows us to build the wood stuff, which I wouldn't mind getting the interior wood in particular. Or reinforced wood too is not bad. I like both of those because they go well with the stone. Stone wall fortifications are also great for when you need them, but we don't really need them in this area. They're just kind of like exactly what they sound like. They're a big wall that you can place outside your base. But this map's fairly peaceful. This one's kind of cool too. So this gives you like different leather curtains and doors and stuff. So it's just another alternative. You can make doors that have just like leather curtains and stuff. Cupboards are important. I'll probably make those. Yeah, alright. Back to mining. Ooh. Son of a bitch, huh? Ugh. Alright, well, we're up. So you can see, like, it won't let me fall. So I was talking about where it's like the Minecraft, like, stuck to a ledge. It will not let you fall as long as you're crouching. It's quite useful for certain situations here, because now I can just kind of unlock it, and if I turn it back on, you'll see I'll get stuck here. It's a really good way for kind of just cheating your way down cliffs, kind of Skyriming your way around. See, I got caught here rather than if I normally I would have fell right down into here. Yeah, it's cold in here too. I guess this armor's not so good for heat resist or for cool resistance. Oh, it's because I'm wet actually. That's why. You also get a constant cooled buff from this. That can kind of mess with you sometimes. You can see it says water cools you at a rate of 10 per minute. So that can kind of screw you up sometimes. Like if you're in an area where you're kind of dancing the line, just stop drinking your water. Like, take it out of your slot. Also something that I've noticed, you see how some of these buffs you can hit X? Some buffs that are self-implied you can cancel. So like this I got from drinking water, I can just hit X. Temperature rises because I canceled the cooling buff. So these are all buffs that I got from applying them to myself. So like I ate that. Buffs that I did, you can simply just get rid of them by hitting that little X. And the cooling buff counts because it's you consuming water. So it's a good way to kind of get rid of it. If you're ever in like a snow biome and you didn't want to, you know, you were dancing the line or whatever, just take your water or your canteen out of your bar so you don't automatically drink it, then you can just kind of wait until you're thirsty and drink it yourself. When you're in a better situation, it's aluminum. So lots of iron, yep. Gonna keep going. There we go. I think we're almost done here. Got a little bit of iron here. My torch is not going to last much longer either. Pretty soon we'll get into the, pretty well, the only light source I'll ever use for the rest of the game, pretty much. There we go. A little bit of coal. God, having this cave sickness sucks. You could just leave the cave, wait the 9 minutes, and come back. But, I'm not doing that. I'm getting it all now. Go back, fill up the forges, and then focus on crafting, stone structures and upgrading our base just to at least stone quality. No food on me either. Food buffs just wore off. It's unfortunate. A lot of iron here toward the entrance. Sometimes the cave worms can respawn as well when you're in there. Like if you're in there for an incredibly long time, they will eventually respawn. I've had that happen before. But it's not very common that that happens. Gosh dang it. We're almost out of space now anyway. Luckily, I was gonna say, I think this is the last node, but we got one here too. Last two nodes now. Now, once caves are depleted, for the most part, they're depleted. Ores do not naturally respawn within caves. Now, sometimes they can under certain circumstances. It's not supposed to happen. But sometimes, like, if they make, like, if there's an update, or if you're on a server, and the server has to be updated, or has to be, like, taken down, sometimes that can cause them to respawn, because it will reset the caves. Sometimes. But, it doesn't happen very often. But they do not spawn naturally by default. You usually have to, do that yourself. You see, I can move on the horse unrestricted because his weight, even though I'm encumbered, his weight's unaffected. Although he's kind of hungry now, so he's slowed down a bit. He's a bit sluggish now because of how hungry he is. That's a beehive there. Okay, as long as we're careful. I want to grab a couple of these carrots. And I'll feed them to him. That'll get his hunger back up. And a watermelon, look at that. Give him one of these too. Melons are usually pretty good too. Oh, the melons are really good. Here we go. Now he's fully fed basically. Now you want to be careful because your tames can take fall damage. And it can kill them quite fast if you're not careful. They also take it when they're following you too, so. These cliffs aren't too dangerous, but, you know, they can still take it. Here we go, look at that. We're back. He's gonna go get some water. They'll drink out of rivers and stuff if they have to. If there's no water in the trough, they'll just drink out of the pond. Which is what he just done. There's no downside for the animals drinking out of the water sources. Oh, the iron we got. That's tremendous. That's great. Got a bit of coal, too, to keep these things running for a while longer yet. There we go. Now, we need to build the masonry bench first, but I think to do that I need... Oh, I need more rope, too. Okay. How much rope do I need exactly? 12. Okay, we'll do the 12. I'll build the herbalisms bench now just because I can. Where is... Salting station wouldn't be a bad one to have either, but I want the masonry bench more than anything. We just need nails. Let's make a bunch. These ones. Let's make a bunch of them. Maybe 120 altogether. Okay. Nope, still need a few more. That should be enough. There we go. Masonry bench. Oh, we don't have enough room. I guess we'll craft you first, and then we'll go back and craft the herbalisms bench. It's a wild wolf. Ow. Yeah, sometimes your horse can do that. That's the one bad side of having horses. Is they do that shit. That can do a lot of damage to you too if you're not careful. I've had them do that to me, like I'll dismount them and for whatever reason they'll do an animation where they buck up and they'll just kick you in the head and stun you. And the horses are pretty brutal that way. It's the only animal I've seen that I've had that problem with. This place is getting a bit cluttered now, but it's okay. Now, this is the masonry bench. This makes all your stone, and it makes like your stone brick and all your tiers. So all I need for stone is I need leather. I need iron nails. I'm gonna need stone and wood. There, now we can make stone. So we're gonna start by making some stone foundations. Now, not every tier has foundations. They all have floors, though. Foundations are a bit different. Most everything is meant to be built on pillars, like I did here. But you can get stone foundations. And they're useful because they give you maximum stability. So when you put something down, you'll see it's blue or lightish green. Blue means that it's anchored, which this will be once it goes in here. So take that up. Now I can kind of do this. Because we're going to place that now. Okay, so for right now I'm just going to do that. Because I want to get this. There we go. And then one here. And I can't break that one because if I do, it'll... I will get it if I place it from the side over here. There it is, yeah. There we go. So you'll see how the foundation kind of has this thing. So you can build directly on these, but they're actually meant for you to put ceilings on top of them. They're meant to be kind of like that. Like these are only meant to be literally just an anchor point, and these are actual floors that you're meant to build on. But like you can build on these. It's just they have a weird like little gap thingy on them. So you know it's up to you. If you don't mind the gap thingy, go for it. But the foundations are not meant to be used that way. They were intended to just be an anchor point more so than anything. Give you like maximum stability. Alright, so now what we need to do is gather a bunch of wood and stone. Although... Oh yeah, I don't have a lot of stone left. Now, it should be good to note that you can place this directly on stone, that's fine, but you cannot place it directly on this. So, like, for example, if I were to place this here now, theoretically, I should be able to ignite this fire. Even now, it's the roof part I'm concerned with, because I usually always have a too high roof, and it has never lit on fire before, but I'm wondering if I put that now below a 1 high story, will it catch on fire? That is something I do not know. And I'm kind of afraid to find out, to be honest. Maybe we'll do a little test here and just see what happens. Might be okay. I want to say we're fine, but I have seen people have issues with this before. I've done it in the past and it's been fine. It's a wild horse over there. Yeah, it seems to be okay. As long as it's not placed on a wooden foundation or like wooden stuff, I found that it's okay. Seems to be okay, but I'm not going to leave it going because I don't want it to burn down in case it is a problem. I ran out of torch, dang it. This is also kind of useful to have. That's why I built it, because it allows me to build some basic medications. Now, I haven't learned any of the recipes, but this is where it will be learned. Now, we're just going to start gathering stone and wood. Start with the stone. There we go. Usually lots of stone here in this basic little area. You start off with, it's one of the only things I like about this place is stone everywhere. I'm not going to be living here. Where I want to move to, I think, is going to be right over here somewhere in this area. I'm not sure exactly where they're yet, but it's going to be one of those areas, I think. That'll probably be the objective of over the next couple of days. I think tomorrow I'm going to stream Elden Ring again. I'll have my schedule updated by tonight. But that's what the plan's going to be so far. So on the weekends it'll be me and the girlfriend streaming, or maybe late in the evenings when she gets home from work. If she wants to stream then too. For Subnautica 2. And I'll just do my stuff during the day. Oh, I think that's 2 I got broken now, isn't it? Yep. The other one I don't really need now. I can leave you in there. Another reason why having stone will be good. These guys won't be able to break it as easily. Christ almighty. Okay. Yeah, we're going to take the time to upgrade this a bit, but it's not going to be right yet. What I am going to do, though, is get you a little bit away so you're not in my way when I actually start building. Oh, that's the wrong station. I meant to put you in the feed bin. There we go. Alright, let's put the rest of this stone. Yeah, you don't really get much right now. I need to get the better pickaxes and some of the upgrades to start gathering more. Or honestly, if I could just make the mining armor, it'll really help. But, for now, we're just going to keep doing this. You don't need to have one of these in every spot either. Like, you don't need to fill in the whole foundation. These are more so just meant as anchor points, but you can have holes in them. Like, you can even checkerboard these. As long as there's no more than, like, a 2-block gap, that'll be fine. I'll kind of demonstrate what I mean here now once we get a little bit more. So, I think what I'm going to do, for the time being, is I'm going to, and we're going to use the old wooden structures to do this, because why not? Do I have any? No, I don't. It'll be fine. I'm going to take end. There we go. We're going to go probably right here with it. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's kind of weird that they all went in different orientations, but whatever. Wrong way. Okay, just want to see what that was. We're just going to do this for the time being, and what this is going to be for is so that while I'm trying to upgrade this house to stone, I can kind of just start putting everything up into here, into this little area. Everything that I'm using. Starting with, we want to make a couple of these cupboards. So we're going to need wood, leather, copper, and rope. So we're going to need to get more copper here. Turn some of that copper into nails. And we'll need a little bit of wood. Let's go over here. Chop down trees and we'll run this side. It's pretty crazy. There we go. There we go. There should be one more piece here at the end. Oh, maybe not. Alright, well, we'll see now what we can make out of that little bit of wood that I just got in. Alright, yeah, we need the nails. Get those, and then... yeah, screw it. It's only fiber. We can get lots of that. If I can get 2 or 3 of these boxes, I think we'll be good. We'll do that for now, just so I can get the 2 of them made. And then we'll queue up another, I don't know, 16, we'll say. There you go, okay. So yeah, this is just going to be a little basic little storage shelter basically for us for now. We'll put the storage in here, it'll be more protected. There we go. Yeah, just start throwing stuff into here. Keep a few basic things in here. This can probably get picked up. The cooking or the salting station probably doesn't need... oh, I forgot I had a salting station, but anyway, that can be picked up. This can get picked up. Probably the herbalism's bench, just basic stuff I'm not going to be really using. That's going to be kind of in the way. Same with you, campfire. I don't really use the campfire a whole lot once I get the drying rack. Alright, well, this one here we'll have just for craftable items, just to make it a little bit easier on myself. Everything else will go on this one. Actually, that can come out. What we'll probably do is put down the salting station. I should have salt, right? Should have some around here somewhere, I thought. I had some salt. Maybe not. Take all. Take all. There we go, okay. Because my overall plan here is going to be to just completely redo this little starter base here. So just jam everything into this little workplace I got here. I already forgot. Inside one, right? Yeah. That counts as crafted to me. Yeah, respite container is fine. There you go. Should be a ton of oxygen in that thing, so I might not even need to put down my oxygen dissolver for the time being. Might be able to get away with just doing this. Alright, let's do all this, throw all that in there, throw it all in there. There we go. These guys will stay until they're done smelting. Oh, you can't smelt gold yet, that's right, you need the tier 2 furnace. Or the concrete furnace, I think it is. We'll let that go. So this is all we'll leave in here is this bit of stuff. Now let me just kind of get a little... What are you? I don't think you're anything dangerous. Okay, so... I'm thinking... The hell did that just say? Oh, it said deer. I thought it said bears and say Jesus. I just want to visualize this from afar for a second. This is usually where I build it to. See right here on this little round piece of land is typically where I built it, but I found that the shape doesn't really lend it much help, so it's probably best to leave it here. Where it's 2 maybe. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. It's relatively flat. Except for that side, but that's fine. Now, what we're going to do... We're going to pick that up. And we're going to pick that up. We're going to place our... We don't really need the water one, because they should just drink from the pond, but I'll put it down anyway. There we go. We got no food there anyway for them, so... This can get picked up. There. Now we can deconstruct this. Oh, it has to be repaired. Okay, so parts of it are damaged. Oh, hammer broke. Dang it, and no wood. Oh, it's probably all in the... Well, I got nothing there, that's good enough. There we go. Even though I do plan on moving eventually, it's not a bad idea to kind of do this place up just because it'll do in the long run for a secondary away base, right? Because It's not a bad idea to have just a bunch of structures placed around everywhere, because you're going to be doing missions all over the map, and you're going to be traveling around just doing stuff in general. So it's never a bad idea just to have a couple shelters sitting in different areas that you can always be near. This area in particular is kind of a well-traveled area. You're going to be moving through here a lot. And until it is a bit of a trek to get to where I actually want to build my new base too, so I'm gonna need a base of operations in the meantime until I can get everything set up for it. There. Now finally we can pick these last two up here. Don't necessarily need you guys down until we're actually ready to do a mission. So we might do that shooting range one a bit later on. I'll see you now. Girlfriend's at work and she could have to come home at any point. She's doing inventory tonight, so she couldn't tell me a time frame. So I just said, alright, let me know. We'll figure it out from there. So, I'm gonna go probably 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I want there to be at least a center point, so I'm gonna go one more. I do want it to be a little bit wider, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to bring it out. Not wider, sorry, a little bit thicker. We just wanted to be... Actually... Four is fine, yeah, that should do it. I think that'll be okay right there. Okay, so that's our framework. So like I said, we can kind of break that, and we can break that, that. That's fine. Let's build a few more foundations. Oh, we're gonna need stone. Okay, that's what we're out of. Alright. Oh, I missed one. I need some stone. A bit of a grind here in the beginning. Once we get ourselves established here, once we get this base set up, we should be able to start moving. Well, technically, we can start moving into Tier 3 now. It's just we need a few more blueprints. And there are some things in Tier 1 that I think I might... Well, I'll take a look at it. Tier 1, for the most part, just gets completely left behind once you get into Tier 2. So Tier 3 does have upgrades too, but sometimes the Tier 2 variants are good enough and not really worth moving into. Like with the Oxidite Dissolver, for example. I don't even bother building anything more. I just build this one, the one that I currently got, and that's usually good enough. Because the biofuel one is like, yes, it's technically better, but it requires biofuel and stuff. That one's annoying. The Tier 4 one might not be too bad, because that one's just electric. So that one probably would be better. But I've never actually tried it. I've always just stuck with the second one. I've never needed anything more than that Oxide Dissolver that's in there. If they're more efficient, I can't say if they are or not. I've never used them, but I would like to believe that they are, so they might be worth your while to make. I just would skip over probably the biofuel one unless you really just wanted to try it out. Just kind of stick with this one until you get to Tier 4 and have some points left to buy the Tier 4 one. Oh, there we go. I'm actually gonna do this now because I might be able to get some a good talent here. Let's see. So we're gonna go to survival. I'm actually gonna go to this. Let's see. I don't want to do the yield ones only because I don't really feel like there's much long-term advantages to them. Whereas, but I will have to probably, I don't want the weight of exotics. I will have to put my points into one or the other. Just one, just so I can unlock the next tier. So I want the carry weight then for sure. Capacity, movements, people carrying exotics, mining iron. Yeah, whatever. Now solo. We'll go for health and health regen. We'll get these two next, and we'll go for probably physical resistance. And we'll see from there. Alright, so we've got tech things now. So we've got all the stone unlocked. Let's unlock the carpentry bench. So it allows us to build all this stuff then. These crates are actually pretty decent. This one's the one you want to save up for though. Or just the... What do I hear? No, I think we're good. Okay. I'm going to do some interior wood pieces. And that one. I do really like the interior wood. Come on, mind you. When you get that 1% one, it's a lot better because that triggers a lot more frequently than you would expect it to. It just gives you a 1% chance to mine the entire node in one swing. And it's every swing is a 1% chance. Sounds bad, but you'd be surprised how often it procs. This was the rock we were using as our home, wasn't it? You see it regenerated. Because this was hollowed out previously. That is kind of a little trick you can use to just having infinite stone. As long as you don't mine this entire node, it will regenerate back to a full node again. But if you destroy it, it doesn't come back. Not naturally, anyway. There are ways you can make it. There's technologies later on in the game you can get that... what am I stepping on? Oh, it's this little guy. There are technologies that you can get later on that allow you to do certain actions to respawn stuff. Like you can use it to respawn the nodes in the caves, and it also works on this and like the oxite and nodes and stuff that you can find around. All that can be regenerated, but it has to be done through a process. It's not like just a natural thing. But that's kind of one way you can get around that. So if I were to mine this stone node now and just leave, say, a little tiny piece of it, it'll always just come back every time the world is restarted. It'll just regenerate back to full again. There was one rock, I remember when I first built here in before, I think it might have actually been this rock. There was one of these rocks here. No, it was one of those rocks there in that little cluster, yeah. Actually, I built my base further over that way last time. Yeah, it was over, I think I actually built it closer over on that side of that clearing. Anyway, there was a rock there that I just couldn't break it because the way it spawned, too much of it stayed below the ground. It's like, no matter how much of it I mined, so you can see like there's still pieces of this one left. He's not gone yet. So I probably didn't break all that rock, no, so... No, he's still down there, so he'll regenerate now because I can't mine the rest of him anyway, so he should regenerate. But it was one like that over there in the base. I've built my base on Olympus before, was over there. It was over in that clearing. It wasn't here. It was, I built it right here. Yeah, right here in this clearing. Right on the edge of this water, actually. The house, I think, was like right here. I don't know why, this is just a spot I picked. Yeah, and it was one of these rocks. I think it might actually have been this one. It just never would go away. Yeah, I have my base right here. This was my main base anyway. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get rid of that rock. It always kept coming back, but it was kind of good because every time I logged in, then I just had a rock that was always there. That was like an infinite kind of source of probably wood now we need in the trod in there. Keep it spoiled meat. It'll be used for something later on. For now, I think I'm just going to tear off this top floor down too. Oh shit, I lost those ones because yeah, you don't want to do it that way, but anyway, it is what it is. Same here, you kind of want to pick that up. Now, I think in this case, it'll just fall on the ground, I can pick it up. There. Now we're back to square one here. That's fine. I need you. Yeah, so we'll go probably one, and I think it was one more, wasn't it? Nope, we're good. Yeah, so this is what I mean by two. If you don't have anything there, that's still fine because they will still be attached to a foundation on either side. It won't affect the overall durability at all. There you go. I'm gonna remove you just for now. I didn't think that would break that, but it did. Well, now that you've broken, I guess I can just place you up in the new place. Hope that was my horse. I don't know if it is or not. I don't see any horse. Okay, I think we're okay. Now, we're just waiting on this now, right? God, I still got so much in there. That's fine, though. Destroy this. Destroy this. Destroy this. Destroy this. Repair this one. And we'll break that down. That gotta be repaired too. We're just gonna make this a little bigger. Yeah, that disables it because it's now technically outside. Which is fine. Let me grab that other forge. Where's it to? There it is. Well, okay, I gotta stay in there then, I guess. We'll put you probably right here. Yeah, we can still access. It's gonna look like an absolute mess for a little while, but it is what it is. Alright, so we'll put some in you. And we'll put some in you. We'll split the workload now between the two of them. You're the last thing to move. And unfortunately, I don't think you'll work there, will you? I know, because you're, yeah, not sheltered. Well, that's fine. Oh, it needs to be repaired, okay. I want to see what the dimensions of this is going to look like. That should be good enough, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be okay, actually. Hey, both. Let's see about getting... Do I have any wood? Actually, I'll show you how you can get a lot of wood. Bam. I need, I think, just 2 more of these? Not sheltered. Oh, must not be sheltered enough. Okay, hold on. We put a wall on that side, that should fix it. There we go. I think we want at least 2 of these. Give me 2, and then we'll see from there how it looks. What do I hear? What was that? What is you eating? Okay. Usually what I do is scrap my old wood structures and then use the materials to start crafting more stone. So I think what I'm going to do... I'm going to push it over here 2 more. I think. We'll make it like kind of like a longer house rather than a thicker house. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. We build a couple more foundations. We'll come up with kind of an idea here. I got a little bit of an idea in my head on something that'll look really good, I think. But I just kind of gotta think it out here. See, this is not sheltered, so it's taking damage from the storm. But you should be easy to transport. All this is going to take a little bit of damage now. Oh. Trying to figure out what just took damage. Was it my other box? I don't know what just took damage. I think it was my box, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Deploy. We'll put you right here. We won't craft any more nails yet. We'll let this run out of nails first before we craft any more, because I might have enough to get this basic structure that I'm doing done. There. What's going on over here? The wolves making noises, okay? This was not an ideal time for this storm to have came while I'm trying to figure this out. Actually, I have somewhat of an idea in my head on what I want to do here. Yeah, I got an idea. Son of a bitch. I think I was like broke it too. Damn it. Broke so fast, damn it. No, this doesn't count as being sheltered. Fuck off. Alright, well, let's do this the right way now. Let's put... Alright. You there. And then there should be a door around here somewhere that I picked up. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we gotta build a new workbench. Damn it. What the hell? What's a freaking horse again? Oh, he's a lot more hostile than I remember it being. Oh, I know inventory. A little bit of a mess here now where I'm sorting through this. Alright, let's build the this thing, crafting bench. What do I need? Stone and wood, okay. Alright, we're gonna have to do a little bit better than what we got here, I think. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit more here. Alright, let me grab a couple of these. And some of these. And a couple of these. Where's my hammer gone? I don't see it. I don't know where my hammer is. Where'd my hammer go? I don't see a hammer. Oh, there it is. I see it. There we go. Now, we should be able to move some stuff here and make a little bit extra room. That in there. Give me that. Probably hold that for the time being. All the leather I'm pretty much going to put in here. Copper nails and sticks, they can go over here. And a bit of extra wood and stone can go over here. Wooden structures can go in here. And you can go in there as well. A lot of this can probably be destroyed and reapplied to my... Yeah. Whoopsies. Break a lot of this stuff down to get back some materials. Alright, that's a decent amount of wood. Now we just gotta focus on stone. So there should be some... There they are. Okay. Okay. First things first, let's tear all this down. I do have somewhat of an idea on what I want to do now. I have a visualization. What's in this? Oh, the door. Okay, let me okay, I think I'm gonna need more foundations, but we'll see. Throw all that in there. All I need is you. I'm not even gonna bother with pillars because I'm just gonna see end. Okay. How do we want this to look? Let's see. Oh, I didn't see you there, but you're fucking stuff. Okay. There's one over there too. Okay. I don't think I have the space here necessarily to do kind of what I'm thinking, or do I? See if we bring it up a little bit higher, maybe we will. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Yeah, that clips into the ground there just a tiny bit, doesn't it? Alright. Alright. Try this from a different approach, maybe. Okay, let's see. So we'll do... starting right here, probably. Is there a variance to this? Stone frame. Stone pillar. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. It needs to be up a little higher, but I think it'll work. Yeah, it needs to be elevated some more. So I think what we're gonna have to do is either let me think about how I can do this. I gotta raise it up a little higher, and I don't think I can make these go up higher. No. So how can I make it a little bit higher? I'm wondering now. What if I use these pillars? I could start here, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, okay, and then we kind of want to go 1, 2, 3. Let's try 5 and see if that'll work. Because then that'll do 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I gotta kind of look at this from the other side now. Yeah, okay. Nope. Yeah, there we go. So how this is gonna look now is we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're gonna need more stone. The hell? Okay, that was just a weird particle in the rock. There we go, okay. Let's get the stamina back. And I'm just kind of experimenting here. I have no idea how this is gonna look, but I have somewhat of an idea. Might look ugly as sin by the time I'm done, but we'll see. Ah, damn it. Oh, I have another pickaxe though. Alright, now we gotta get to level 20 and we can unlock steel. Seems like every 5 levels unlock something, but we're pretty good now because we got the rest of tier 2 has been unlocked, so that was our first hurdle. Now we just gotta grind out blueprints. And I hope now, once I get this base set up and we get this figured out, I'm gonna go do that shooting range quest. We'll start off by doing all those. That one's a pretty easy one, and if I remember it right, that was how I actually got my first gun. So I believe that one either lets you keep the weapons you use, or it gives you a weapon to choose at the end. I think the choice is between like a bow and a pistol or something. I don't know why my stamina is regenerating so slowly now. I felt like it was regenerating a lot faster before. Maybe I had like it had something to do with like a rested buff or something. I don't really understand how the rested buff works in this game. I just kind of sleep whenever. There is a rested buff though, I just don't really take advantage of it. Yeah, so this one didn't break either. He'll be back. Alright, so that should give us enough stone to hopefully to finish this off. I hope anyway, this should do it. Oh, I had stone frames on me, sure. Okay, let me go see what I can do with this then. So this was kind of the basic design. Now, it was meant to be a little longer. And I might still make it a little longer. We'll see. Maybe just one longer will do it. How many more of these am I gonna need? Let's say like 5 for now, and I'll see. Because once I get the baseline, I'll just slap some ceilings on top of it. Oh, I was gonna see about building this. So we just need some wood and rope. Okay. Well, rope is there we go. Grab a little bit of that. Just regular storm, okay. Guess we want a carpenter's bench. I don't know why it does that. There we go. Right, so that's the basic design. So now what about if I instead did... Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Space works better when it's longer on that end. This is just going to be a very basic design I got here. Not a very good builder, so we'll see how this goes. So we should have lots of stuff in here. So let's build... We're going to need a bunch of ceilings. Actually, wait. Yeah, we still need ceilings, actually. Yeah, no, that's right. That's right, yeah. We should have this carpentry bench. Deploy you. Now, what do I need to make this internal wood? Yeah, this gives you a lot of stuff, but I'm curious about... Okay, so it's a refined wood, which I think is just wood. Yeah. Pretty good ratio, too. Chop down some trees. So used to the wood being auto-deposited in my inventory. Damn it, the rest of it's inside that tree. Or inside that rock. I think that was it. I think it all just came right in, yeah. Should be a tip piece still around here somewhere. Maybe not. Alright. How much wood was that? Not a lot, but it might be enough to get us started. There you go, that should do it. Okay, I kind of see what we're looking for here. I only need a couple of these for the time being. That should do it. Before base is taking damage, it should survive. Ah, crap. Yeah, that's what we want there. That's why you need stone as quickly as possible. You don't have to worry about this crap every time there's a storm. With shit just potentially falling apart on you. Now what do we need? Stone. Okay, but we got lots of ceilings. The next thing I'm going to need is going to be walls. Now what I can do, just is for the sake of getting this up and running, you can do this because you can just upgrade these later on. Oops, that's wrong way, wrong invasion. There we go. Yeah, it'll do. That'll help us kind of just get it figured out here. Storm's dying down now. So hopefully that's all over with. I think we're mostly okay here now. Alright, perfect. Now we need to get more stone. Yeah, do I want to make that 2-story, or am I just gonna make that like with a higher 1-story, or like am I just gonna do 1 story on the bottom? I think I might. I don't think there's anything that I have that I'm gonna need to have 2 stories for. Although, can't go too much. You can't go much higher than 4 stories when made out of just wood. Even with stone, it would be troublesome because the stability starts to drop. We're going to need a lot of pillar supports at least. Yeah, this stuff's a bit boring at first. Once we get our base set up, I'll be able to actually start doing a lot more. Alright, let's see. It's probably a bit bigger than you need, but I want to have at least a functioning base to start off here with. Then we can save up and move later. My plan is to just kind of stick with this tier 2 stuff. And all the tier 3 stuff, I'll just craft it and get it ready along with structures and all that. And then we can just go down and just slap the base together pretty much. Is the hope. Alright, so we can let that kind of craft while we can continue to collect more stone. This becomes so much faster when you got like higher tier pickaxes. Like my titanium pickaxe, we would have had at least double the triple the amount of stone by now. Scale's really good, like what I was talking about earlier. So we got the iron unlocked now. I'll go to steel next because steel can at least mine everything else now. Now, once you get the steel, you can mine all the other tiers. But then then you can go into obsidian, which you can't even get obsidian on this map. This, I believe, comes from Prometheus, because you can't get obsidian on these maps. So we'll skip all that. And then when we get into tier 3, first thing you get is platinum. Now, I typically don't bother with the platinum tools because I jump straight to and cold steel, the same thing. Like, this is kind of a niche stuff. Cold steel is kind of weird. It has like this freeze effect. See, frozen ore per mined resource. This stuff's kind of a bit unique. I don't really mess with it. I usually jump right up to, oh, it might even be tier 4. Is it? Oh, it might even be tier 4. Yeah. I usually jump all the way up here and just go right to titanium. I don't even bother learning platinum or any others. I just go straight to titanium. But that's just me. I just stuck with steel up until because I was just more focused on unlocking other stuff than just tools. Steel's pretty good. Steel will feel pretty good. And you could go to platinum too, but platinum's a little bit annoying to get. titanium I think is a solid tier for tools, because the only thing titanium really be used in the late game is crafting guns and stuff, and very select few like machines and stuff, but it's not as heavily used as a lot of the other stuff. So for that reason, platinum's kind of perfect, because it's not a huge resource demand. But the titanium tools are really good. The other alternative we got is I could just go ahead and buy a workshop pickaxe. But I think most of the workshop pickaxes are not really that great, to be honest. There's a few that kind of stand out there, but for the most part, none of them are really any significant upgrades over any of the ones that can be crafted. Like, titanium trumps most of them. The other reason I skip right to titanium is because they all, like, once you get the steel, you can mine all of it. You can mine titanium, you can mine platinum, you can mine all of it. So why not just go straight to titanium? Because the only thing that titanium is really going to be used for until the end game is crafting firearms. It's used for crafting, like, and it's the later tier ones, too. Oh, here we go. Let's do the talent point first. Let's do that one. We're going to have to do one more additional as well. That's actually important too, so I'm going to click on that one just to get that one next, so I'll need it for the point. Anyway. More walls, please. But now we might be able to kind of see here what we're working with, so... That, like that, like that. Actually, it's not going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be hideous at first, but, you know, I don't think it looks too bad, actually. Well, that's my opinion, but, you know, it could look horrendous. I usually like doing the double windows, but for the sake of just keeping this one kind of basic, because it's all uneven, it would have to be even for it to... Now, for these side pieces, I think we're going to go one more wall. Like that on each side. We just... Yeah. Do I want to do that as one story? I think I kind of have to if I want it to work the way I do. Well, let me see with this box. Yeah, I think I would have to. Anyway. This should finish off the first floor. So now what we're going to do is a double window here. Although I'm still thinking that I might put... we'll worry about that later. We can always change it later. I don't think we'll need to. Alright, so this is the basic design. Now, I guess I can demonstrate this. So if you wanted to, if you have walls like this, as long as they're fully repaired, you hold right click, choose stone, and you can kind of just... There. So, that's that. Now, here's the only thing I'm trying to decide upon is, do I want to make this 2-story? Or are we just going to have it 1 story? Because if I want to have it 1 story, and this is pretty well done, I just got to put a roof on it now. It's going to be difficult to make this much, but I could probably put a second story on it if we keep it very minimalistic. Maybe it might be possible. Or hold on now. Let me just see. You know, I'm trying to think about this now in my head. That could be an idea. I think I might have just came up with something. Alright. We'll try to reuse some of our old wood pieces for now. We need those wooden walls. We're gonna want... take another little visualization of this for a second, because I could go like that. Bang, bang, and then bang, bang, and then that'll kind of do like a little... Or I could... I think that's how I want to do it. Alright, alright, I got somewhat of a game plan here now. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need more nails, which we've got, or we can do. And let's do 10. That only gives us 100. Let's do 50. That'll do it. Oops, wrong chest. This is still crafting. Yeah, but now we need is copper nails in there, and we can do the interior then. Damn it, come back here. See, I need more copper. Should be lots of copper in one of these. There it is. And then we'll make up some more copper nails as well. We'll do 50 again. There we go. That should fix that. Throw that in there. Actually, we'll keep that bit of stuff. Alright, we need just a little bit more wood and we're good to go. What the hell's that going on out here now? Nothing, okay. Yeah, so let's get that front way done there a little bit because it's annoying with that little gap there. So what we want to do is we're going to take 2 of these railings. And do I have the means to make... No, we just need a little bit more stone first. Do I have any stone over here I can use? No. Any in here? Oops. In here, man? Tiny bit, but it's not enough, I don't think. Oh, it is actually. That's all I need right there. Just that one guy. There. Now, do I have any more railings, or did I destroy them all? I might have destroyed them all. It's okay. Deploy. Oh, whoops. It's the wrong thing. There it is. Now this will be the front entryway. Okay. So now I need a little bit of stone. have to get more stringy meat so we can keep this buff up. I think the only way we can really get that right now is through wolves. There we go. Oh, I got 4 blueprints. Nice. I'll spend those in a minute. Focus on getting this house up and running first. Okay. That should give me enough to work with to visualize what I'm doing with the rest of it now. I'm gonna need probably 4 of these and then a handful of these. That'll do it. Just want enough so I can feel this out and see how I'm gonna make it work. Let me look at it from kind of here in my mind. Yeah, okay. I wish it would clear up outside. I've been really wanting to go for a walk lately. It's just been really shit weather around here. It's been like 3 degrees all summer. It's now like June and it's just rain and 3 degrees. Hopefully it clears up soon. Okay, this should be enough to kind of feel out what I'm doing here. So I have a little bit of a plan on... I kind of want to make it 2-story, at least a little bit, but I plan on putting like stuff up on above here for storage and stuff. So I'm a little bit concerned that it might not fit. So I had the idea to. That's not the right orientation. We need to go with this one, I think. Yep. So my thinking is, I'm gonna try to kind of put the slopes in here, but this is what I wanted to test, is if I put those in there like that, this is where some of the crafting stations were gonna go. So the plan was to put storage above them. But in order to effectively do that, I need to have... Alright, what's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna have to take couple of these guys. I just realized I left my phone out there and someone's texting me. I have to go check that now in a second in case it's a girlfriend looking to get a ride home. See, that was kind of what I was hoping to do, and then I was going to place on top of that storages. But I don't know if with the slope, if they're going to fit there. If not, yeah. I think the only way to test this is to build a storage and just kind of see how it fits. What do we need? Just a little bit of wood. Give me one of those. I want to make these full-size cupboards. Alright, give me 1 second. I just gotta check and see where my phone is in case that's my girlfriend trying to get a hold of me. Okay, it was the girlfriend, but she doesn't want me to come for her. Alright. Now, I hope to have this done before we get off. If not, I'll probably just build it offline and I just won't use any of my points or anything. I'll just strictly build the house. Yeah, so what I gotta do is kind of... There we go. So this is what I kind of wanted to do, but I don't know now if it'll fit. Yeah, see, it won't. This would have been a nice little design, though. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want it to be that way, so we're gonna have to make it 2-story. I think it's just the only way this is really gonna work. Okay. Alright, so we'll put that away for the time being. Actually, yeah, we'll place this one down first. I can put walls down in here too to cover all of it in eventually. Where are they going that way? They're not supposed to go that way. There you go. Yeah, so we're gonna have it too high like that. And then I may put a second floor on top of that, but it starts to get a little bit finicky then, because once you go above 4 with this, the integrity, the structure starts to really fall apart. Alright, we're gonna need more wood. This is what we need here for the rest of it. So now what you do is you just kind of put that across like that, and then you can put the storage boxes on top of those. So that's what the plan is. But it's gonna take me a while to get that stone. Jesus fucking Christ. Get the hell out of here. You charged right through my door, didn't you, you bastard? I should set my wolves to aggressive, probably. I think if I set them to aggressive... see, I don't really want to set them to aggressive, because then they're just going to run off everywhere, but... if they were set to aggressive, they would have just, like, attacked that guy before he even came here. Things they're on defensive, which means they won't attack until they need to. By that time, it's usually too late. Alright, well, I think what I'll do now is we're going to take a look through our blueprints here. And we're going to see what else I've got. I'm probably going to scrap all of these. And I'll destroy all of these. Just so I can get more wood. Sorry, just texting the girlfriend. I want to see when she thinks how much longer she's going to be. Destroy all this old wood stuff. It gives me enough wood now. Now I just need stone still. You know what I might do? I think I might do that one quest here now, just to end this off with. So we're gonna need the contact device. Now this doesn't take damage, so we can just sit this forever. I'll put it right here. So the quest we're gonna do is this one.
I don't know if you're ready for this one. Ain't no one said it's gonna be easy.
Now,
But if anyone can handle
all we gotta do
this,
is travel to the
it's you.
site. So I don't know where the site is.
Check your HUD.
Oh, it's only right there.
Stay safe.
Okay. We'll take our horse there. Oh, the horse is hungry. That's why he's so slow. Alright, we'll find him. Oh, here's some pumpkins. Oh, you were like starved, dude. Some berries will feed you up here. Okay, so she'll be done in about an hour. That's good timing. Okay. These berries don't really give you a whole lot, do they? Hopefully that's enough to speed you up a little bit. Yeah, we got a little bit of speed out of them. Now I'll just feed them stuff as we move here if I find stuff on the way. Oh, pumpkins. Here we go. Little pumpkin patch. I should mention that these are finite, but there are a lot of them around the map, so I'm not too worried about it right now. But they don't respawn. Not in open world. Nothing respawns really in open world. I'm not sure. I know that there are 2 separate ways that you can do stuff through technology to restore your... we got 13 skill points. We should be spending those. So we'll go with maximum stamina. And we'll go with weight capacity. That's movement speed. So we'll go 1 hair and then 3 in the movement speed. It's health regeneration. Stamina regeneration. That one's a good one. Now we should be a lot faster. There we go. Now you're doing pretty good, horse. Yeah, see? All this just got generated, so it's like a little shooting range that sets up. So this is kind of where it starts to. So you'd stop here. You'd see you got to get a high score now. So it gives you stuff to start this mission off with. So in here, it gave us a list of this. This is all the equipment that it's given us for this quest. Alright, so wood bow, long bow, recurve bow. Compound bow is technically the best. So we'll just take a compound bow. Right now we're just gonna kind of put a few of this stuff away. So we'll put the compound bow here. We'll go with probably the flint arrows. We'll take the pistol and the rifle. And ammo for each one. Now make sure we got them loaded. No, it's only the single shot pistol and the bolt action rifle. Okay, so what you gotta do, it's probably better to use the bow just for the fiery. Oops, hold on, I'm getting lag here. So, interact with the bear statue to start, and you have to get a score of 180. Oh yeah, there's also, these are little care packages basically for your stats. Okay. I'm not very good at this. I think getting headshots also gives you bonus points, I think. Shit. You gotta complete at like a certain time too. That's why I say the crossbow is almost better. At least you can run and stuff with the crossbow, it's faster. Hopefully we can do this. We ran out of time. I don't think I've ever actually completed this one like with a perfect score. Yeah, high score of 123, so I've got to get higher than that. Okay, let me just take a look at these blueprints for a second. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about, the exotic harvester. This one's supposed to, I think... Oh, that's not the one I'm thinking of. It looks just like it, though. Where's the one I'm thinking of? Maybe it's not found in this tier. It's tier 3, maybe? I don't remember where it is now, but basically it allows you to regenerate trees. But we're going to go back to tier 2, and let's just see what we can unlock from here. So. Rain reservoir is kind of pointless. I don't really like it, to be honest. You don't need this unless we're going to the snow biome. I don't plan on doing that for a little while. Icebox, we'll just wait till we get the generator or the fridge. I don't care about the skinning bench. I never use it anyway. Sickle could be useful, but I'll just wait till we get the steel out at this point. Crossbow would be nice. This might be useful. See if anything here is going to be good to me. Eventually I'll unlock everything. I'm just trying to... Definitely want that. And we'll probably learn the small pouches. Probably the medical satchel is nice. I don't really want the leather armor, though it is technically better than the bone. I think the bear armor is the upgrade to the bone armor. Leave that one alone for now. Let's see what else in here I might want. Leave it alone for now. Anyway, we're gonna try this again. Yeah, I think the bow is definitely the way to go about doing this. Didn't have enough stamina to draw the bow. I don't know how I'm supposed to get any higher score than that. Oh, come on. I have 178. God damn it. Okay, let's try that again. One more time. Ooh. Actually, hold on for a second. Let me just check these foods. Yeah, see, I thought so. That one gives me stamina regen. Let's go with that. Get some stamina. Shit. Come on. I hit him too, damn it. What'd I get? 178 again? God damn it. Okay, so basically we have to hit every target. Okay. Let's grab these backup bone arrows in case we run out. Alright, I think this is doable. I do think this is doable. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, go. Man, we got this. Wish headshots were worth more. I think that's pretty much every single one I hit now. I think that's it. I mean, I can't really... 159? Oh, come on. That one was so clean compared to the others. Rate of fire. 0.7, 0.7, 300s are literally the exact same rate of fire. Let's try it one more time. Man, we'll get it eventually. We'll have to do this at some point. That was bullshit. Struggle with the moving ones.
Alright.
Oh, I did it.
That's everything. You did it.
Okay, somehow I did it.
Lived to tell the tale. Which is more than a lot of folk can say.
Oh, what the hell happened here?
Because they're dead.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate for that horse. Is that it? I get to keep the stuff now? Taking all of it. Fuck you. I guess that's it. Alright, so now we got some basic gear. We got a rifle and a pistol and a couple of bows that are pretty cool. Although that compound bow is pretty much the best you're ever going to want, to be honest. I gotta do this just so I can see where I'm going. Okay, yep. Yeah, that's a quick and easy one, and you get to keep all the gear as far as I know, so it's a really good mission to do early off. I mean, look, we just got a compound bow, which is pretty much the best bow that you can get for the most part, and 2 guns. I got a bolt-action rifle and the single-shot pistol. So now I can't make any of the ammo for them, but I do have some ammo left over. That'll help us tremendously for a while. Rifle in particular is going to be really good for hunting, although I'll probably try to use the bow primarily and save the rifle and the pistol for when I really need them. Let me just see how this is gonna look. Yeah, I got somewhat of an idea. Alright, so the pistol I'm gonna put in here. And the rifle I'm gonna put in here, as well as the ammo for both. Those carbon arrows, I ain't gonna use those yet. We use the bone arrows first. We must be out of flint arrows in here. I don't need this one anymore. The longbow is kind of garbage now. Same with the wooden bow. Longbow. We'll probably do the recurve bow. Just because the combat bow is broken. I'm not even sure if I can repair that. What's this? Oh, it's supposed to snow tonight? Oh, that's gross. This summer and we're getting snow. Welcome to Newfoundland. Yeah, because this one, I don't want it to break. I don't think I can repair. Yeah, it requires composite to repair it. What's this one take? Oh, only aluminum, but you need to have either a forge or a foundry. Oh, hey, what's up, Gear? This bow will help a lot. So you're trying to build this little house here, you know? It's under construction. Oh yeah, I forgot to check over here. I'm gonna need more of those. What does it take to make... Oh, there we go. That'll do it. Now, just need to get some of this. Need the last one. Oh, I got the achievement for building interior wood. The hell you been doing? I'll probably be cluing up here soon just because I gotta go get the girlfriend, but I think we got at least another 40 minutes left before I have to worry about that. Yeah, this part's a bit boring, the whole mining and stuff, but it really is a good way to get XP just by mining and crafting. Like, just doing the things that you're going to want to be doing. You're going to level up so fast. Killing stuff is the best way. Specifically hostile creatures. There's a couple missions that, like, you have to fight off, like hordes of wolves and stuff. That's a really good way to level up. Oh, that one broke completely that time. Yeah, here's stamina. Can't wait to find a way to get more stamina. How do you get it through food? So I'm talking about just stat-wise. Because with this guy, I'm going to be focusing more so on just pure raw stats more than anything. I want him to be, like, as stat-heavy as possible, because when we get into the later maps with this guy, we want him to be able to stand up to some of the threats in some of those maps. I think there's a tea or something that's really good for stamina regeneration. I should probably look into that. Food is something I kind of have to experiment more with anyway, because I've never really taken an in-depth look at that. I pretty much just have always eaten just the raw meats, or not the raw meats, but like the pure, just cooked meats and stuff. I haven't done much with the cooking aspect of things. I've started dabbling in it now on my single player. I now make berry jam and pickled carrots. And the fish one, which is a good balance of stamina regen with a little bit of health. Okay, well, that's sick. We got this bow. Like I said, the quests are good for that. You get a lot of really good gear from them. What are we out of now? Oh, nails. There we go. Okay, so we're going to build more walls. Alright, well, while they're crafting, I'm gonna go chop down a tree or two. Hey, what's up? Can I help you? Actually, I will skin you, because I want to see if I get any more stringy meat. Yeah, no, it's only a 20% chance. There we go. This whole picking up thing is so annoying. I was gonna say, there's gotta be another piece there somewhere. I want to chop it in that direction if I can. Oh, it's just gonna fall this way. I guess fine. I don't want it to fall on the base either. I might just do this on one side, and then at least I can start moving stuff into it little by little. I'm not quite sure internally yet how I want to lay it out. Do one more. Did I hit the house? No, I didn't. It's close though. There we go, that'll do her. Alright, so I think I'm gonna focus on putting most of this in here. There we go. Get them now. Okay. This should be the bulk of what we need. So first let's put our door in. Yep, and then we will put in... Why does it keep going backwards by default? I don't understand that. Anyway. This might look ugly as sin from the outside. Almost there. What the hell happened here? That was strange. Not sure what happened there. So I can put the floor on here, but see that internal wood stuff has very low durability. Like, it's even worse than this stuff, and it's not intended. That's what hence the name internal. It's not intended to be used inside of the, or sorry, on the outside. It can't really stand up to the elements. So I need to wait till I at least got the ceiling on this place before I can put that down. Which you can probably start now, because I think that's as high as I'm going for this story. So the question is now... trying to see, because I still want to put a second story on this thing. So I'm just trying to see how it's going to work. Oh, right over his head. Get him, Wolf. You can kill him. You can get him. He's hitting my wolf harder than my wolf's hitting him. My wolf will win out in the end. Oh my. I like to go for the survivable perks first before I worry about giving them damage. I want to make sure they can take a hit first. Okay, see, I'm thinking about putting a balcony above this one, kind of having like this go up and then have another balcony above it. But I want to see something real fast. You know what? Let's just do it. It's gonna look ugly, but that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna need all of these. It's probably still not enough, but I'll take what I can. And we'll just get this just for now, so I can use this to get onto the roof. There we go. So how do we want to run the? Let me see what that looks like from underneath. No, I wanted to have that go the other way. Yeah, I wanted to go across like that, so it needs to be pointing that way. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's the way we want it. Alright, so we could probably put some of the floors down on this side. I don't know how far we'd be able to go over, though, before it starts to get damaged. So we might just wait for another little bit yet and try to see if we can finish off that roof piece. So we got everything we're going to need aside from the stones. I'm just going to need to make more stone. Or get more stone, rather. There's a water and oxygen pack. You know what? I'm going to throw you out. A bit of raw meat that I got can go into here. Okay, yeah, that'll do. Alright, let's get some more stone. Luckily, there's still lots of stone nodes nearby. I wonder, do we have the alteration bench unlocked? No, I don't think we do. Not yet. I think that's a level 20 thing. Level 20 now we'll be able to get the bear armor, which will probably be the next set of armor I make. It'll either be the bear armor or the leather armor. I think I gotta kind of go in and look at it all again. But each set of armor, for the most part, is just an upgrade from previous tiers. It just does the same thing, just with a lot better stats. So you typically have one that gives you like stamina and health regeneration, fairly decent resistances around the board. So it's just kind of like a general use. Like, it gives you fairly good resistances, fairly good temperature things, and it just gives you health and stamina regen. Then you usually have one that gives you like far more physical defense, and a lot of the times too has either one or two better thermal resistances, but its buff is like a little bit different. So I think the bear armor gives you, I think it's stamina and regen. Anyway, we'll take a look at it. It's either going to be the leather or the bear armor, I'm thinking. And the leather armor is fairly cheap too, or at least the basic leather one is. There's another leather set you can get later on, refined leather, which is a bit different. It's still doable, but is a bit more difficult to acquire. Oh, this was a rock earlier, so it already started to regenerate. This is the one I was mining earlier and did finish it because it was inside this rock. So I said if you leave them, they regenerate slowly, but if you relog, they'll just instant repair. Yeah, those guys are a bit of a pain to feed right now. That's why I don't want to tame too many more creatures, because it becomes quite difficult trying to keep them all fed. It's what I'm experimenting with now in my single player, because I got a crap ton of animals in that one. I just started taming a bunch of stuff because I wanted to experiment with the breeding and stuff in this game. Turns out it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And now I just got like, 20, 30 plus animals, and it's so hard keeping them all fed. Now, I guess I should note that they won't actually die from starvation. It just makes them very weak. They move really slowly. They don't get any health or stamina regeneration. It just, it's not very good for them, but they're in a safe barn and stuff, so they should be okay, even if they are starving to death, so I'm just kind of leaving them alone. I'm putting food in it whenever I can, but it's not enough to keep up with them, so I'm trying to now. I should have done it slower. I went a little bit too crazy with it. I should have just focused on one creature at a time, made it work, you know. Probably get these wolves done first on this. I'm thinking it'll probably be best to focus on the combat guys first for me. The mounts stuff, it's kind of a meh. Breeding this can be a little bit difficult. Hard to wrap your head around. Alright, let's get this last one. And hopefully this should give us enough to get at least that second floor on it. There we go, look at that, we leveled up again. We got level 18 now? Oh, yeah. We'll get some light set up in there too. I think right now the only light sources we have are, well, torches. We can build some wall torches. I usually don't bother putting light in my house. Not until I get the electric power. Yeah, let's see what we can spend this on if we want to spend it on anything. I would have said crossbow, and now that we got that really good recurve bow, I'm not going to bother. I will need this, and I will need this, so we may as well unlock it now. Gunpowder will be needed. And the next one... See, I could go with the leather armor. Which just gives you the health regeneration, stamina regeneration, 28 physical. That's pretty decent. Good cold resistant, okay heat resistant. You got fur armor, which is meant for the cold biome, obviously. Brown bear armor, which is the melee equivalent. So it gives you good physical, good cold, not as good heat. And yeah, so I think I might just go for the brown bear one. I don't know how you unlock this one. Olympus Big Shot. Okay, so you have to do the quest. That's a good one actually. I might look into trying to get that armor. Yeah, I think you have to do the quest where you beat the Black Wolf, which is one of the open world bosses, or it's just one of the bosses in general, but you do find it in the open world. But we have to do it, I think, specifically for the quest to get that recipe. So we'll probably look into that. That looks like a good set of armor. There's 2 rocks in one right here. It's a big ass rock. Once I get this one done now, we should have plenty of stone. Enough to get the roof on this and get the first floor done. I don't know what I'll use the second floor for, but I have a couple of ideas. I just kind of got to get the first floor designed out first before the... Actually, yeah, okay. I think I kind of got an idea. Because to do it the other way then would cost me a lot more resources too, yeah. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much in this one because it's only going to be my temporary base. We'll probably stick around here for the first little while until we level up a bit more and get through all the rest of the tiers. Once we start getting into probably biofuel stage is when I'll start thinking about moving. I don't want to build my new base out of stone necessarily, but I might just to start it off with. I'm thinking I want to skip ahead to stone brick for the actual construction of it, but I can upgrade it later through the same way I upgraded the wood there. So I'll build it out of stone just so that it doesn't get destroyed by weather. Then I can take my time, because stone brick is actually quite time consuming to make. It's a multi-stage process. You got to mine the stone, then turn the stone into brick. and it just takes a lot. Ideally, I'd want to have a stone mine or like a deep ore extractor on a stone one, because you can find them for stone as well. Because it just gets really grindy at that point. But I do like the stone brick. And it is the easier one. You can also do clay, but I don't actually know how to get clay. I haven't been able to discover that yet. But clay is an option. I think it's under tier 3. Yeah, right here, clay. I do like the look of clay. It's like a red brick, right? But I don't know how you get clay. I haven't discovered it on Olympus nor on Stykes, so I don't know if it's possible to get them on those maps, and I just don't know how. I don't know. I haven't been able to figure it out, but yeah. Clay is nice. I would have used it if I could figure out how to get it. Maybe I'll research it. That's perfect. Now, we're going to need... we'll probably start by crafting another 20 of these. Alright, so now that we got that, we can probably go in and start placing these too. So once we get the roof on it, we'll be fine then. So that's still there. That's crazy. Anyway, this is what the inside is going to be built out of. It's nice internal wood. I really like the look of this stuff. Nope, we want to make sure it's the right orientation, of course. Like I said, this stuff gets damaged very easily by the weather. That's why I wanted to wait until I at least had the roof on it. Yeah, see, I like the look of that. This stuff is not meant to be built on. You can, like, it'll function as a floor just fine. It's kind of meant to be just placed as a foundation piece and then have the floors over them. That's how they're designed to work. That's why there's like a gap. You can see, like, they sit lower because you're meant to put a ceiling on top of them. They're really good for just laying out a base and then plopping stuff on top. It's kind of what is meant to be done with them. Alright, so while I'm waiting for the rest of that, I'll place these few. Is that the right orientation? No, it's not. There we go. One there already, okay. Oh, that one's the wrong orientation. So we almost got enough ceilings now. That'll be the first floor completed. Now we can enclose this whole thing and start kind of shaping it out. It's dark as shit. I'm gonna make another torch now in a minute. Look at that. Perfect. Alright, now let's get this floor placed. No, it's the wrong orientation, I think. Oh no, they're right. Yeah, that's right. I like them running that way. Wait, these two are wrong. There we go, that's the way we want it. Yeah, okay. It's already looking better, isn't it? We're almost there now. So now once we get this first floor kind of set up, we can start laying everything out and moving everything over there. What did we run out of? Nothing. We just stopped crafting. Okay. What over here? Oh, I got more. That's all we got. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I got this build really was meant to be a larger size. I think the actual dimensions are supposed to be, it's supposed to be 3, 3, 3 by 8 by 8 and then by 9. That's how it's supposed to be, but I never had the size, so we're just gonna kind of do our own thing here. What do we need here? Just wood, really. Yeah, we're just gonna need a bit of everything, wood and stone, but we're very close now. Almost got it all. That was close. Might be really dark there, I apologize for that. Let me see if I can get a torch made up here real fast. There we go. There we go. I should be able to see. Where'd that tree go? Oh, there it is. There we go. So we're gonna want another couple of these. We'll just wait for it to craft up then. It's fine. Yeah, we'll wait. Grab a little bit more wood. I think ultimately I would have wanted to have interior wood as the roof in there too, and maybe I'll change it later on. It's because it matches more, but I need to have stone on it for now because it won't function as a roof. Without like the interior wood just won't hold up to anything. So once I get the other roof on it, because it is going to be 2 stories high, which I'm going to work on building the second floor here now, or getting up to the second floor at the very least. I need more interior stuff before I can do that. Strange, that one had a lot of durability. There we go. Alright. How are we doing here for, okay, leather we're running out of, but I think we still got a lot of leather lying around here. Oh, maybe not. Anyway. It's gonna take a minute. Alright, do we have... I guess we'll just use what we got. We're definitely gonna need more of these. So craft up as many of those as we do. Or as we're gonna need now. We're just gonna need walls and ceilings from this point on. There's not really much else, I don't think, in terms of stone. Maybe a couple pillars. Just for accenting stuff and making it look a little nicer. Then I might need a window roof. Like I said, once this gets around 4 stories, it really starts to get a little bit touch and go with the roofs and stuff. So we'll have to see how this is gonna work. Though I am doing something a bit different this time that I think will give me a chance. Alright, that's all I need for now. So here's what we're gonna do. Eventually this is gonna be an internal wood wall, but we're gonna go... We're gonna go like that. Oops. There we go. Alright, so you walk in here. This is the entryway. So you walk in here. You're going to turn left. This is going to be one of the crafting areas. And then that's going to open up into another crafting area. Now, what I was thinking about doing here is this is going to be the staircase going up to the second floor. But I don't know if I want to make it a full-size staircase, like a full block size using the ramps, or... Let me cancel that. Make up like 3 of those just for testing purposes. And then we'll go back to crafting the rest of these. Actually, give me 10 of those as well. And then cue the rest of his walls. That. I don't need the pillar right yet. This is what I'm thinking. So we take this out and we go to stair right half. Right, that's kind of a staircase there, right? So then we can just casually walk up. Yeah, that should do it. And it doesn't take up too much room. See, because I could have went with a full one. What's she saying? Huh? Oh, it should be done in about 15 minutes. Okay, we'll have to clue up here pretty soon. That's fine. This is good for today. So... Oh, yes. Okay, so we only have to take out that one ceiling then. Oh, that's perfect. Because now what I can do is I can go back to this. And we can put that there. Right, so... That's perfect. Now, eventually I want to replace all this with interior wood. So now we're on to the second floor. So what I wanted to do up here was... We're going to make this kind of like a second floor balcony. Ow. So I heard something moving around. I was not sure what it was. Okay, so we're gonna go like I want to make sure it's still the right orientation. It is. Alright, now we'll drop down here again. It's probably gonna hurt. We're okay. What I wanted to do was put those in like that, and I'm gonna make those anchor into the ground just because I think it looks better. Yeah, and then we want to go kind of like that and make it look like it's holding the whole thing up. Yeah. Now, I don't think we're going to go too high up here. I think what we're going to do up here, we're going to go like this. Okay. I might tame that other horse, actually. I gotta stop dropping off that roof, too. You know, we just need food. So we get food now off your mama. Hey! Don't eat my horse. I need more leather anyways. This is going to be useful. We're going to have to go hunting pretty soon. Maybe that'll be the focus of the next episode. It'll be hunting up more stuff for more materials to finish this base. Oh, I got the raw stringy meat. Nice. Throw that in there. Stringy meat. What am I going to do with you? Well, we're going to dry some of it. So let me take out... let's see it in there. It should be here. Yeah, this. I think some of it we're going to cook in a campfire. So when it comes to the campfire... we're going to put that somewhere where nobody's going to walk into it. So let's try putting it like right here. And then we'll deploy this I don't think this has to be inside, but I think it can get destroyed. So I'll put it right here and see how it holds up here. Half of it we'll take and put in this. And the other half of it will cook up in the campfire. There we go. It's probably not going to burn for that long, actually. Well, and I have a solution for that. That'll do it. Alright, yeah, let's go see how our stone is doing. We'll just use up what we can here, and I guess that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow I will, actually, I think tomorrow I'm going to stream some Elden Ring. I want to go back to Elden Ring for a little while. But, yeah, this is going to be part of my regular rotation of games. Yeah, so we got a wall there and a wall there. It's actually off by one. That was supposed to be here. There we go. I think we're going to do this like this up here, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that the other way around. There we go. And then we're going to go for a single one of those. Like that. Yeah, you can see it's already starting to do structural integrity on that one side. Yeah, it's up to yellow already. We can't go any pretty much higher than that. I don't know why it was so much weaker on that one side. Maybe it's just the way the foundations are. We'll have to look into it when I get down there. I'm not planning on going much higher anyway than that. That's why I got the pillars. See, the pillars I'll have to reinforce it with pillars in throughout the design here in places. Alright, we're going to take this, and we're going to take these, and we'll just use up what we can, and that's it. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, so the plan is, and we'll do it on this side first, because the other side's unstable. Yep. And then there, and then there. Alright, so our plan is... I won't stay there because of the stability, but you get the idea. So this is going to go look like this. Right across. And then in here, I don't know if I'm going to put just a flat roof on this piece. Or if I might attempt to do maybe just a roof here. Just put a flat roof on it and then build like a staircase up to that. Maybe. I'll have to see how it all turns out, but this is the basic gist of the house, and I think it'll be good. So we'll put some of the crafting things over here. I'm thinking this side probably will be, yeah, I think this side will probably be general crafting. So I'll probably put like the crafting station here, and maybe the 2 forges here. Kind of go like that, and we'll just kind of have it work from there. And I'll have the storages up above. It'll look real nice. Alright, but we're out of resources for now. I think I might just take some time to maybe farm up a bit on my own on this save, just to save us the time of having to go through the trouble of gathering all the resources and everything for the next video to get this. I'll probably get it crafted up. I won't pick any of the perks or anything until I come back on stream, just so everybody can kind of follow along. But I will take the time now to look through here and see what we'll spend these last couple points into. I don't know what. I do kind of want that. I only have 1 point anyway. Oh, and she's ready to be picked up. That's perfect. So we do have to spend 1 point. I'm going to spend 1 into wood felling. Because in order to move on down here anyway, I needed to get another point in. So the only thing down here I'm really interested in is this one. And I think in order to get that, I'm going to have to go down through here. Carry weight of wood, don't care about that one. We'll go with the automatic gathering one. We'll probably just stop then, because the only other one I'm interested in is this one. But I don't really feel like going all the way down through just to get to it. Let's go with increased base health, and then we'll go with health regeneration next. Alright, well that'll be it. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, come follow me and watch again next time. I'll probably stream this ICARUS again on Tuesday. This is my plan right now. Tomorrow I'll be going back into Elden Ring. I think I'm just going to take some time here myself to kind of farm up this the resources needed for kind of seeing how the roof's going to look. To finish this off, just so that next time on the stream I don't have to spend the entire stream just farming resources to do this. So yeah, next time hopefully we'll be getting into just some more generic stuff. I'd really like to do more with these contact missions here. We've just done this one, but I'd like to get into doing a couple of these. Like maybe we'll do this one. Stock ship is requestable items. Collect the ores from the surface. Collect the ores from the inside nearby caves. Optional collect the tools provided by the workshop team. So this is just a mining one. So we might just do that one. That's an easy one to click off. We might get a good pickaxe. Who knows? And then we've got this one, Homestead and Livewire. So I think Homestead is involved with building a lot of stuff.
Are new to ICARUS, but if their track record's anything to go by, they'll be running the place soon enough.
Yeah, I think this one has you building, and then this one has you
The ACS have big plans for
stocking of resources, I think.
You're part of them. They're building a new station up.
Yeah, so all these I would say are going to be relatively easy to knock out. This one here, I do know it says tier 3, so you need to have. I think that means you have to have access to tier 3 before you can do it. But this one here unlocks a trader that you can then go. So what you got to do, because I just done this one similar, there's a similar one to this one on Stikes that you can do. Thought I heard something around me. There's a similar one to that one on Stikes that you can do. That you just got to basically craft a bunch of stuff and bring it here to this person, and then once they get the resources, they will upgrade the base, make it a fully functioning outpost, and then you can sell crops to them for Ren. So you can just grow crops and sell it to them for Ren. It's a good little thingy. But most of these quests, even up until like we get to like these two here, should be very easy to accomplish. There shouldn't be much to these all the way up to here. Once we get past that is when the missions start to get a little bit more difficult, but we can bang through a lot of these pretty easily. And I think I'm going to focus on trying to get these horses and stuff bred too. We'll just go animal by animal. So we got 2 horses now, female. Hopefully you turn it to be a male, and then we can kind of make... Where'd he go? He's around somewhere. Sometimes they disappear. But I'm sure he's around here somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to do that because we're going to need some better pets for this anyway. And I tried doing it in my single player. Like I said, I got overwhelmed with the amount that I'm doing. So I think if I just go one animal at a time, it'll be a lot easier for me to accomplish. Where'd that fucking horse go? Okay, anyway. That'll be it for this time. Thank you all for watching. And if you want to watch again, come on Tuesday. I'll have it up. And tomorrow I'll be streaming Elden Ring. And there might be a chance that tomorrow evening as well we'll be doing Subnautica 2 again. So if that's something you're interested in, come watch again. Anyway, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you next time.